The member from Kingston and the Islands.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Housing and the Minister responsible for the poverty reduction strategy. While Ontario's economy is strong, we know that not every person in this province is feeling the benefits of that strength. Homelessness is a complex issue without a one-size-fits-all solution. Addressing homelessness requires input across and between governments to not simply house someone, but to help them build healthy and sustainable lives. It also requires that we work collaboratively with all stakeholders, and I'm again pleased to welcome partners who work in this field to our reception this evening on chronic homelessness. We also know that individuals who have access to stable housing and wraparound supports have better health outcomes, both mental and physical. Could the minister please tell us about the investments that our province has made towards addressing homelessness and its causes in Ontario?
Minister of Housing, Poverty Reduction.
The member from Kingston and the Islands for the question and her advocacy on this issue. Our government knows that every person and family deserves the security of knowing they'll have a safe and adequate place to lay their heads at night. And that's why I'm committed to reaching our goal of ending chronic homelessness by 2025. Since 2013, we've invested nearly $1.2 billion through our Community Homelessness Prevention Initiative, helping communities across the province tackle homelessness through an integrated, people-centered, and outcome-focused housing-first approach. This funding is only going to grow in 2018, 2019, and 2020, Mr. Speaker. And we're already seeing the benefits of this approach. The CHPI has helped around 30,300 households experiencing homelessness obtain housing, and over 125,000 homes that were in danger of losing their homes of preventing that outcome.
Supplementary.
Thank you to the Minister for that answer, and thank you as well for your dedication in resolving chronic homelessness and poverty in our province. There are thousands of residents in my riding who benefit from the implementation of progressive provincial programs like rent control, increases to the minimum wage, free tuition, and OHIP+. Unfortunately, however, we are not immune from the pressures of the increased cost of living and a hot rental market. This year, the vacancy rate in Kingston and the Islands fell to 0.7%. The minister spoke of some of the initiatives that we are working on earlier in question period, and we need to focus on building community resources and building connections between mental health services and developmental services. But, Mr. Speaker, I'm wondering if the minister could please tell this House more about what his ministry is doing to bring more housing, be it affordable, market price rental online.
Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member for the follow-up. We're very serious about our goal to end chronic homelessness, Mr. Speaker. We've increased our funding for homelessness programs by 30%, and that supports over 150,000 vulnerable families. Last March, we announced our Home for Good program, a homelessness-focused program which will invest up to $200 million in supportive housing and services to help up to 6,000 families and individuals access affordable and stable housing over the next 3 years. In 2017, the City of Kingston was able to expand and enhance the services provided to homeless youth through the Kingston Youth Shelter when we provided them with $70,000, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, everything we're doing is focused on providing more fairness and opportunity to the residents of Ontario. Fairness in accessing good housing and affordable housing, and creating more opportunity to have the kind of dignified life that all Ontarians deserve, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.